Welcome. I'm grateful that you're here. This space is for you to slow down, listen inward, and care for the part of you that cares for everyone else. Let's prepare our space and gather our supplies before we begin. Find a quiet, comfortable place when you can work without being disturbed. I know that can be tricky sometimes. Letting our family members and friends know that we need a little bit of time to ourselves might be a helpful thing to communicate. You'll also need your journal, which contains the worksheets and templates we will use, oil pastels and colored pencils, and a flat surface to work on. And if you're looking for anything else to make your space a little bit more soothing, you might want to grab a water bottle, maybe a blanket, or some incense. So feel free to pause and collect those, and then we'll set our intention. Awareness and acceptance are the themes of this module, two qualities that often work together. Awareness means paying attention to what is happening inside and around us, thoughts, emotions, needs, paying attention without judging them as good or bad. This invites us to notice what's happening without trying to change the experience. Take a moment to ask yourself, how might I approach this learning with openness, curiosity, and self-compassion? And what do I need most as I begin this course? An intention is different from a goal. A goal is something to achieve. An intention is a guiding value for how you want to move through a process. Write down a word, phrase, or draw an image that represents your intention. And feel free to pause the video to do this and come back when you're ready. Practicing awareness might look like recognizing when you're exhausted or when you feel present and connected. When you're exhausted, you might be a little more forgetful. Small things might make you irritated, or maybe your body feels heavy and slow. It's also helpful to practice awareness when we're feeling good so we can understand what helps us achieve that contentedness. Maybe a new sleep schedule is contributing to the ability to access gratitude or feel calm. The other part of our theme is acceptance. Acceptance means meeting what you notice with compassion without forcing it to be different. It's important to note that acceptance does not mean resignation or that you have to feel like you like where you're at. You might feel weary or stretched thin, but those feelings are valid and worthy of recognition. When awareness and acceptance come together, they create space for healing. Awareness helps us shift our focus from a wandering mind to the sensations and events that are happening right now in the present. And acceptance helps you soften and whatever you notice without shame or resistance. Together, they form the foundation for resilience and meaning-making in your work. With awareness and acceptance as our guideposts, we now turn to our first art-making practice. So let's take a moment to ground. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and focus on your breath. We're going to practice a technique called box breathing. Inhale slowly for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you've done this several times, notice what you feel in your body and what thoughts are present. Take a minute to pause, try the box breathing exercise, and whenever you're ready, let's move into the art making. we will begin with a short drawing exercise. Turn to Module 1, Warm Up in Your Journal. We will use both sides of paper in the notebook, so you may need to flatten your journal out a bit by pressing and folding it. A little bit of masking tape or painting tape can also work wonders to help steady our space. Once your notebook is flat, pick 2 of your oil pastels, whatever colors that you're feeling drawn to, and then put 1 pastel in each hand. Now, if you just felt a flutter of alarm, take a deep breath, and remember, in art therapy, we focus on the process of art making, and there is no wrong way to do it or experience it. I'm going to play a song, and as we listen, I want you to use both hands to draw in unison, like they're mirroring each other. As you hear sounds and rhythms, draw whatever lines and shapes come to mind. Maybe they'll be thick or smooth, swirly, zigzag, wavy. Just try not to think too much about it, and instead, focus your attention on what you're hearing, drawing, and what you're experiencing in this moment. curious about your first experience with bilateral drawing. Maybe you're thinking, that was weird, or that was calming, or what is the point with scribbling with both of my hands? All of your thoughts and feelings are valid. From a neuroscience perspective, bilateral drawing engages both hemispheres of the brain, connecting the thinking to the feeling, and this bilateral stimulation may help regulate mind and body. Did you notice any thoughts while you were drawing? Or were you too focused on listening to the music and concentrating drawing with both hands. Something to think about, but hopefully this had a grounding effect for you. Bilateral drawing is something that you can try on your own if you'd like. But for now, let's move into our main awareness and acceptance art project. To embody our theme of awareness and acceptance, we're going to create a mandala. The word mandala comes from the classical language of Sanskrit and translates to wholeness or circle. Rooted in Eastern religions, mandalas have been used across cultures as tools for centering, reflection, and spiritual exploration. They can symbolize the connected nature of life because their circular shapes and often geometric patterns can be found in nature, from snowflakes to flowers to human cells and in galaxies. The act of creating repetitive patterns and shapes in a semi-structured way can encourage a calm, meditative flow state. Coloring and creating mandalas stimulates both the logical and the creative hemispheres of the brain, which can promote mental awareness and balance. Bring to mind the intention you set earlier. Let your mandala symbolize your own journey. Open to the blank mandala template with the guides and have your colored pencils ready. I invite you to approach this activity with openness, accepting whatever you find without judgment. This mandala is a safe space for expression, not performance. It's helpful to begin at the center of the mandala, just as we are intending to center ourselves. We're not engineering anything here, so eyeball the center and find your ground point. Then think about what colors you're feeling drawn to. And then we can begin to color from the center and move out towards the edges. And keep in mind, there is no wrong way to do this. Move slowly, and if you feel tension in your body, stop for a moment, take a breath, soften, and come back. Feel free to draw along with me as I play music. You're also free to pause, play your own calming music, and come back so we can reflect together on this process. For now, let's hold awareness and acceptance in our minds as guideposts as we create our mandala. design feels complete or you reach a natural stopping point, close your pencils and put down your tools. Thank you so much for participating in this. Look at your mandala for a few moments. What stands out visually? Colors, symbols, empty spaces? You may want to reflect on these questions to help you process. What did I become aware of while creating? What feelings, images, or sensations emerged? How does this mandala reflect both awareness and my present state and acceptance of it? Whenever artwork is created, it can be helpful to write the date, maybe a title, and maybe a message, either on the back or the page next to it. This can help us process our artwork, since we're right here in the moment and everything's feeling fresh. As we go back to our journal and we look at the artwork that we've created so far, we can see what our state of mind looked like in all these different forms of externalizing our feelings in the moment. I'm proud of you for giving yourself this time to create and reflect. As we close our practice, let's dedicate a few moments of practicing gratitude. If you'd like, you can place a hand on your heart and the other on the belly. And let's take 3 slow breaths. We honor our bodies, our spirit, and the gift of being present today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Over the next few days, I encourage you to notice circular objects, patterns, and think about the concept of being centered and feeling whole. These radial patterns can be found in the rings of a tree, in flowers, or seashells. You might even be inspired to arrange elements in nature, like stones, leaves, and twigs, into a mandala. And at your work, you could even pull out some different pens and paper clips and arrange them into a circle. And if you want to color more templates or create your own mandalas, check out more of the resources that we have on the website. I hope these mandalas can be a tangible reminder that the awareness and acceptance that we foster in our lives can help us to return to our center and carry a sense of wholeness and balance. Take gentle care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in Module 2.